Welcome to HDFC Securities 5-minute market wrap-up, your weekly guide of events that happen in markets. In key macroeconomic news, UK's CPI was unchanged at 6.7% but was slightly ahead of expectations of 6.6%. China's GDP grew by 4.9% in the third quarter of calendar year 23. This was slightly ahead of expectations of 4.4%. US retails continued to be strong and grew by 0.7% month-on-month in September 23. India's wholesale inflation remained negative for the sixth consecutive month, with the WPI index falling by 0.26% in September 23. We take a close look at the 10-year bond yields for major developed markets. US bond yields have of course risen by 110 basis points since the end of June, but even other countries like Italy, Spain, France, and Germany have also reported bond yield increases of anywhere between 50 to 90 basis points. The impact of the higher bond yields is a key risk to be monitored over the next few months. The other key risk to monitor closely is the developments in the Middle East in the war between Israel and Hamas. Nifty closed lower by 208 points during the week, and over the last 30 days, it has remained in a narrow range of between 19,500 to 19,800. The broader indices did well, particularly the S&P BSE small cap, which closed in the positive, and over the last 30 days, it has outperformed the broader markets by almost 5%. Among sectoral losers this week, the BSE Telecom, Realty and PSU banks witnessed sharp correction. Nifty Auto was the sole gainer for the week with 0.3% returns, mainly driven by strong monthly auto sales numbers before the festive season. Market movers this week, NBCC India shares rose 12% because of an order received from Vizag Port Authority. Karur Vysya Bank reported a 51% jump in its net profit and the shares rose by 9.5%. In HUDCO, the government offered 7% stake via an offer for sale and the shares declined by 12.33% because of the significant discount offered in the offer for sale. Syngene International shares corrected by 8.5% during the week after the company cut its FY24 growth guidance. FIIs continue to be net sellers, selling rupees 2,800 crores of equities in cash. On the other hand, DIIs had net cash purchases of rupees 3,500 crores. US markets corrected sharply during the week. The Nasdaq Composite in particular was down 3.2% for the week. The Nasdaq Composite is now down 7.2% from the recent high reached in July earlier this year. In this section, we discussed select reports published by the research teams of HDFC Securities. Please note that these research reports are available on our website and the link for these reports has been shown in the slides. In BSE, the derivatives volume is scaling new highs. With a single contract, BSE has reached 3% premium market share of the overall derivatives market. We expect that BSE will increase option pricing by 3x. We have raised the target price from rupees 1230 to rupees 1600 and retain a buy. In Avenue Supermarts, the margin pressure continues largely because of lower discretionary purchases versus pre-pandemic levels. We retain a sell rating with a target price of rupees 3,200 per share. In Bajaj Finance, we expect further net interest margin compression to the tune of 25 to 30 basis points, but we believe that the management will be able to offset this by improving operating leverage. We retain our ad rating and have increased the target price to rupees 8,870 rupees per share. Our retail research team recently published a note on Rico Auto Industries where we assign a base case fair value of rupees 96 and a bull case fair value of rupees 104, which we expect will be achieved in the next 2 to 3 quarters. The management has guided for revenues of rupees 2,600 crores. Remember, the stock has corrected by 25 to 30% from recent highs. That is all for this week. Thank you for joining us. Do refer to the detailed disclaimer shown on the screen. Please note that all securities discussed in the video were for information or education purposes only. Thank you.